Um, what have y'all been working on the past few sessions, and how's it going to affect you on Saturday?
For the most part, just passing the ball to the same color as the guy that's just you're wearing. But no, we know it's going to be a tough game against Orlando. It's a must-win, no debate about it. So I think the biggest thing for us is, the transition moments. Orlando's good on the ball and whatnot, but noticing the right times to pick our moments to go, and when we do win it, converting, finishing plays on both sides of the ball, whether it's defensively and offensively. When we have those transition moments, making sure we get a goal out of it, but if not, it's a corner or something. So, and defensively, just making sure we're willing to put our bodies on the line at all times and not concede. I think those are the biggest things, and just making sure we work the hardest we can.
Are those the things y'all did well against Red Bulls?
Um, I would say that, yeah. We were focused from start to about the last minute of the game. We Everybody was working hard. We transitioned well. I think we could have gotten a few more goals, but at the end of the day, we got the goals that were needed. And for 104 minutes, however long it was, we ended plays. We defended properly, whether it was set pieces or just defending one-on-one, two-on-one, defending the box and stuff like that. So I think if we can mimic those places and make it better and stay focused, I think we give ourselves a really good chance.
You were the team's nomination for the Community Impact Award in the league year-end awards. I'm curious, why is that important to you, the community outreach?
I think growing up, you see how players interact with other people that are maybe sometimes not in as good a position as you are, or, just being one with the community. And for me, growing up, seeing that was fun to watch. It could bring a smile to your face, and that's just me watching it. So me being able to provide a fraction of that to other people that, for example, going to the hospital, that just want to be able to be around those type of players and be around those type of people that can bring a smile to your face as well, to my face, I think. So I think growing up, seeing it, and also too, I give a big shout out to my mom for that. She always is trying to help people. Sometimes I think she helps when she shouldn't, but she's a great person in that aspect, and I think I may have gotten a little bit of that from her. So,
Who was that player for you? Who was that first player that you remember?
well, I think for me it was a lot. I think one, it wasn't so much of, I'll say my brother. Just I kind of saw him when he was interacting with players when he played at NTFC when I was growing up, but also too, like, I've had many of professional players come down and train with us. Claude Makalele was one. He was around the team, and him being around, willing to take pictures with players and sign autographs was a moment that me and my team, we all enjoyed. So I think that from an early stage was pretty happy for me.
You still have that autograph?
I think I could find it somewhere. I have the picture. I know that for sure.
Okay. There are several things that have to go right for y'all on Saturday to make the playoffs. Because of that, is there any more pressure than any other game, or can you just go and just kind of be free, knowing that even if you win, it may not matter?
I think we're not so much trying to think about the other results. I think all the results can go our way, and if we don't win, it was for nothing. So I think the first thing is to try and deal with the game that we have at hand and win that game. And in a way, we kind of put ourselves in the situation. So I think for us, we have to try to do the best we can with what we have in front of us. I think it would be foolish not to say that there is a little bit of pressure on the game. I think you have to respect the moment and respect what's in front of us, but at the same time, trying to play with that bit of freedom that it could be for nothing. But at the same time, we want to just pay attention on the game in front of us and try and show the respect to the game that it has.
Think back to Orlando from earlier this season, and I know it's early in your prep this week for Orlando. What stands out to you about them?
It's making me really think about that game early on. No, I think if I do remember correctly, we were able to get a win in that game. But Orlando's a team that likes to play. They have a lot of talented players, and a few times this season we've been the team that has had the ball less than other teams, and we've still been able to look dangerous in those games in terms of when we're smart with how we defend, and we defend as a group, and we're compact. it allows us to catch teams on transition. I think they could be expansive at times, and we have the quality to go forward and take advantage of those moments. So I think being aware that it might be a game where we suffer or struggle a little bit without the ball, but trying to turn it into an advantage for us at the other side of the field.
In your role, how has that felt as the year's gone on and there's been maybe more games where you've had less of the ball? How does that affect you on the field specifically?
I'd like to say I'm somebody who would rather have the ball than not have it, but at the end of the day, you do what the team asks of you. I think I'm somebody who can read the game a little bit and, is good defensively, can try and anticipate passes, try and defend one-on-one and win my duels. And I think if I do that, it then allows me to have the ball. So you try and turn that into a positive, and at the end of the day, for winning games, you can't complain. So I think if we're going to go out there and do it, if it comes out with a win, then it's worth it.
After that win against Red Bulls, had the 2-week break, happened a couple times this season. How do you keep momentum heading into this game against Orlando?
Yeah, it's going to be tough, I think. Trying not to dwell on Red Bull too much in terms of, okay, we won it. I think we have to try and figure out what went well and try and build off of it. But at the same time, too, Orlando's a different team. They're a different opponent. They require different preparation. And I think if we can carry on the same mentality from Red Bulls, I think that will be key for us while adding on the proper preparation tactically and all that stuff. So I think it's really important for us to just take the positives from it, but not try and dwell on that game too much as we have another focus ahead of us. Cool. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Jen.